Long before the white men stepped foot on the red earth, there was a village in the heart of Oyo Forest called Akeji. The people of Akeji lived in rhythm with the land. They farmed yam and cassava, sang during harvest, and worshipped the gods of their fathers. At the center of the village stood a sacred object, ILU Olodumare, the drum of the Creator. It was said that the gods gave the drum to the ancestors. When beaten with a pure heart, it brought rain to dry soil, peace to warning hearts, and healing to the sick. Only the Oluko, the drum keeper, was allowed to play it. The people of Akeji feared and respected the drum, for in its voice was the breath of life. One Harmattan morning, the village woke to find the drum gone. The shrine was open, the doors swinging. The Oluko was asleep on the ground, confused and ashamed. The sky darkened unnaturally that day. The yam leaves called, the river began to recede. Oba Adedayo called a meeting. The drum has been taken by one whose heart is no longer in harmony with the land, said the oldest elder, Pa Ademola. Until it returns, even the gods will turn their backs on us. Among the gathering crowd was a boy named Taye. He was the son of a late palm wine tapper, now raised by his grandmother. Slim, curious and always listening, Taye was seen as too quiet to matter. "I will find the drum," he said suddenly. Laughter broke the tension. "You? Go and chase lizard instead," scoffed the hunters. But the old priestess, Mama Morenike, stepped forward. Her voice was firm. Sometimes the spirit chooses the lowest to do the greatest work. She gave Taye 3 things: a calabash of alligator pepper, a white egret feather, and a blessing whispered in Oriki. Tayo ventured into the Orita forest, where spirits whispered in the wind and trees moved when no one watched. By the second night, hunger was dealing with him. He sat under a silk cotton tree on shore. Then came the voice. A masked spirit, glowing like moonlight, stepped from the trees and asked, "What grows larger the more you share it?" Taye closed his eyes and thought of his grandmother's smile, shared stories and open hands. "Love," he answered. The spirit nodded and dropped a glowing cowrie into his hand. "You may pass." Atop the Ijoko hills, Taye found the drum, guarded by Ajebi, a trickster spirit in the form of a jaguar man. His eyes glowed red, and his laughter echoed in all directions. "I took the drum because men have become greedy," Ajebi said. "Why should they keep the power for themselves?" Taye offered him the alligator pepper, knowing trickster spirits couldn't resist it. As Ajebi licked the spicy seeds and cackled, Taye stepped forward and played the drum gently. Soft at first, then louder. The rhythm calmed the hills. Even the jaguar bowed his head. "You have rhythm, boy," said Ajebi. "Take it, but remember, the drum obeys only the heart." On his return, Taye met a flooded river. The water swelled dangerously. He held out the egret's feather, and the winds parted a narrow path. As he crossed, birds and monkeys followed behind, drawn by the melody of the drum. The animals had heard the rhythm, and new peace had returned to the land. Back in Ikeji, the people were fighting. Farmers blamed traders. Traders blamed hunters. Even the Oba was shouting. Then came the sound, ILU Olodumare, pulsing like a heartbeat across the land. The villagers turned to see Taye, barefoot and smiling, carrying the sacred drum. Behind him came birds, monkeys, goats, even the river breeze. Rain began to fall, gently and steady. Old women knelt in the mud and sang. The men wept. The Oba removed his cap and bowed. You have brought us back to the gods. Taye never returned to being just a palm wine boy. He became the youngest Oluko Akeji had ever known. He taught children how to play not with power, but with peace. He told them, the drum is not just for noise, it is for truth. It hears what your mouth cannot say. And whenever the sky grew too dry or the people too proud, Taye will take out the drum and remind them gently that harmony begins in the heart.